It is 35 now, so I'll just look to do a one-on-one until the rest show up, I guess.
Okay.
If you're fine with that.
Yep.
Okay. Shoot. Careful when you're more or less just fan the hammer. It's just like, yeah, it's a good tool for tank melting or shield melting, but honestly, it's better to just work on that, not work on, but just use that, trust and have more faith in your own general aim mechanics and try to hit with your normal shot or the regular shot more often than just spam famming the hammer. I understand it's a habit that a lot of people build off rip, especially when in like close range situations and then there's a lot going on in front of you. But trying to just calm the mind and just kind of recognize what's in front of you, what's the most important thing that you can see. Oh, someone else is here. Recognize what the most important thing that you could see at the time is, and then just hit that, like that tracer. No need to fan the hammer. Just stay patient, stay calm, tap tap, and just do that. But now that we have someone else, I believe that's
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
O2.
me. I just arrived, sorry.
Lovely. That's all good. You informed me, unlike the other two that I pinged. So I'm fine with you, and Skirt. Other two, I'm very curious as to where they are though.
Don't know honestly.
Mhm.
They didn't say anything?
Not to my at least.
Okay.
Well, Prod is currently in a ranked game.
That might be part of the reason. Yep.
Ancon, I don't really know.
Try to send
See how long that is.
send him a message.
Good idea. Let's see if that gets us anything. Let's see. Mainly with this VOD, the goal for me is to basically look over what we kind of more what we looked over last VOD and see if we made improvements towards that. And that for me would be kind of what we do in between fights. How long are we taking in between fights? What's the plan? Are we sticking? And if there is a plan, if I can't really see a plan, like if we're five stacked, I mean, if we're five stacked, what's the plan? And if we're not five stacked, what's the plan? Like, just trying to understand what the plan would be. I guess is I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, there we go. Okay, but clean sweep so far. Also, like both of yours current positioning. If anything, I'd probably have Prod, yeah, be where he currently is off rip instead. Let's see what happened here with Piku.
I was a bit late on my lamp. That's my fault.
It's fine.
I think it was also like miscommunication on where we're holding. I
Yeah.
think.
Also, looking at this Piku, this isn't a great spot as you could probably assume. Just in general, like yeah, we like holding this high ground in the first place. I like that we're controlling this, but then there also comes down to the micro positioning, like where you position on this high ground. Like we have the macro of it, great, but now, okay, so we made, obviously we made the call, okay, they're coming up the side stairwell, so you need to take that in your mindset. Where do I want to be? I like not Piku, Oda, I like your positioning. Honestly, even if Piku, even if you want to play back there with Oda, that's fine. Or even playing around this pillar is probably a little bit better. But like getting caught up here, a little bit risky. Not a little bit. It's extremely risky, and you end up getting picked off because of that risky, extremely dangerous positioning that you find yourself in. So just kind of understanding where you need to be based on where they're pushing from. Like if they were just pushing below, where you being up here and like just peeking down here is great. But like since they're coming up here and decide to rush through doorway, being just kind of in this space isn't great because it's very open and it's just there for them. They're likely going to take it anyways, so we'd rather set up, give them the little bit of space that they can take, and then just kind of try to contain them there instead of allowing them to just freely take the high ground. Do you kind of understand?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And Oda, I like your positioning.
Okay.
You're good. Yeah, and late on lamp, it's fine. But the positioning in general could have been the initial factor there. Good fight when even with being down a man though. Very nice. Yeah, I like that you're playing the corners too, Oda. Very nice. Very nice stick too. Interesting window. I understand the idea. Really just, it's kind of, again, I think I've mentioned your windows before. Windows very technical with the placement because it can, you botch the placement even slightly, it could mess up the entire fight or just lose complete value. Let me go back when it was first placed. There. Okay, yeah. Yes, I see the idea here, but the only thing I'd say that we could slightly do or make it a little bit better is we can't predict where they're gonna go, and we know window lasts for a decent amount of time, so they could easily move out of windows LOS. So more or less try to place it on an angle so we can get a little bit more value of it, so that we can like get this this left-sided cart instead of it just being stuck on the right side. Like yeah, we'll force them left, but we'd also like to get the value from that value from window when they're on that left side as well. So like just slightly diagonalize or turning it slightly, and that's about it. And welcome, Prod.
Hello.
Just got caught up in a comp game, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Okay.
my bad.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Now the
How much did I miss? Is it fine? Like,
I haven't
is
said
it not a
anything
lot?
about you just yet, so we're fine. Yeah, we just started
Okay.
like a couple minutes ago.
Okay, sounds
Yeah,
good.
we're only 3 minutes into this game. Yeah, and if there's a map that you guys want to look at after this, that's fine. I just kind of picked a map because I didn't really know what you guys want to look at.
I think all the maps are pretty good to go over.
Yeah,
They're all really close.
yeah, Skirt said that in the message, so I just assumed that you guys would be fine with any of them. So, let's see.
I'd maybe avoid doing a Rialto out of the maps.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we holded them on first point. Can you guys hear my fan, or is it good?
Should be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't hear anything at least. Yeah. So we do lose our first fight here. Let's see exactly why. So Prod, you get picked off early. We're a little bit split from the team, which let me see exactly what's going on. It's too slow.
I was looking for a flank and I got naded, so I had to use my recall.
Yeah, I see that. But here, instead of continuing to go deeper, I think we could probably just look to reset with the team. It's always safer to just reset with the team instead of playing so far.
I was gonna try and get the mini, but he like followed me around, so.
Yeah, and again, another point to why it's a little bit safer to just try to retreat to the team.
Yeah.
And try to look for, I think there's, no, that's a spawn. But there, yeah. Wow, I do not. Yeah, no, there's a mini right here. Yeah, there's one right here that you could look for. And then there's also just getting closer to your team will allow Ota or Skirt to be able to heal you up as well. So, just be a little bit cautious on where you go and just thinking about that positioning. And, like, recognizing also, if ults are being popped, you're probably more needed in the fight than, like, healing. Yeah, so it's probably better to just try to retreat and see what you can do off that. Prod, we lose first.
Hello.
Hi, Skip.
Hello, Skirt.
Where's the Greek man?
I have no
I don't know.
idea. I do have a comment for you, Skirt, I think. Yeah, maybe just, I think we're still moving a little bit too much, Skirt, with our, in general. Just remember, movement, yes, Lucio can move, but doesn't mean we always need to be on the move, because you could still play cover. There's nothing wrong with just kind of just standing in one spot, shooting for a little bit, and jiggle peeking corners, versus like sprinting around a lot, where you're going to take that extra chip, like you ended up doing here, and that ended up kind of getting you picked off from that, by that Tracer and Cass. So just you don't need to move as much as you normally do. And now that we have more people here besides everyone besides Ancon here, we could actually get into team stuff. Lovely.
Oh.
Yeah, and then here they were just up, so they took advantage. Now here's the good
Not
thing.
how much is scrim, sorry. Okay. Ancon will not be there for the whole VOD.
That's fine.
Why? What's he doing? I swear that
What?
motherfucker's never here. He's always drinking.
Oh, we don't know what he do. But
I like this. This is much faster than what I was watching last VOD. That you got, and I like that we had this nice little rotation plan as well with it. Again, the only thing I could say probably about this is, again, those off angles. I like that we're having a nice rotation, but we need to remember that we also want to control off angles. And this partly comes down to you, Prod. You don't need to move as a team when we're doing these kinds of rotations. Take some off angle. If you want to wait a little bit, delay your entry, so that and then come through this side, that's great. That works.
Yeah.
Even if you want to wait a little bit and they plan on kiting like they do and then come through here, great. So just something like that. Find those off angles. And if we want to flip it, it doesn't have to be U-Prod. It could be Skirt and Piku. It's a little bit of a... It'll mix them up a little bit because maybe they're expecting the Tracer and then they see a Lucio cast come from the flank, and then great, that works too. So just really just understanding what part of the map and who wants to take that off angle. So just trying to find those off angles too works. Or would help. Yeah, we spent a lot of time just trying to fight in there. When I think when we initially had that kite back, I don't think we wanted to re-engage off that. I think we wanted to more rotate around and find another entry. Yeah, because once we got pressured out here, we could look to just find flank, change our entry point, just rotate out and find somewhere else. There's plenty of spaces because we honestly took the longest route to get there. So there we could just go back through and even rotate back through here and still go the same way, but just change up, mix them up, confuse the enemy a little bit. And then or go main or go around. Instead, we ended up prolonging the fight a little bit longer than we would have liked to, and because they're on defense, they have that advantage of they don't need to push cart. They're just waiting out the time, so that's what they want. I like the plan. Nice. Nice ult plan. Much like how we have plans, they also are going to have a plan, and that's what just happened. We need to be ready and, well, understand, we need to be ready for that rotation and understand, okay, they're gonna play fast here. They're just gonna want to wipe us because they have ults. Looking at it, we should understand they have rush. They basically should have a beat. They have pulse. And they have 4 ults pretty much. So we need to understand they're gonna make a play here, and they're definitely gonna plan to use ults because it's the last fight of the game. So what do we do to counter this is kind of what we need to be thinking about in our mind, knowing that we just use a couple of ults, so we're a little bit down on the ult economy. So understanding we're down on ult economy. So where do we need to position? How do we need to be set up for the ults that they have coming online? And understanding they're likely going to engage with rush because that's a normal engagement ult, and then maybe they'll pop pulse and cast during that, and beat for security is something that they might do. Which looks like that's probably what they initially had planned. So then kind of understanding that, getting into the minds of the enemy is very important when it comes to playing this game as well. Because knowing if you can predict what they are going to do, it makes your job 10 times easier knowing what they're going to do instead of reacting off what they are doing. If you guys kind of understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just one swap and I'm fine with it.
Ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
I like all your positionings as well. Prod, you just need to be aware that you're playing a little risky, playing a little split, so just play for your life over anything, and that's it. That's all I can say about that. What? Where was... I saw the Emor. Ota. Who... What are we... Is this just a botched Emor, or... What is this? Just curious.
I just
Maybe
placed
just...
it bad. Like I just held it.
Okay.
I wanted to like the emo stay a bit alive, like don't use it in the middle of a run,
Uh-huh.
but it was too far away from Ancon, so I just held it.
Okay, that's fine. I was just curious. If anything, the main thing that I could say here is a little bit of a disconnect between the tank, because Ancon clearly wanted to keep holding up by the taxis and holding that stairwell, and he didn't realize that the rest of you would basically drop back to point. So that's something that you guys need to make sure that you're communicating with your tank, telling him, okay, we're backed up, Ancon, you need to drop with us. I know it's his call normally, but if you guys as a team have already collectively moved back, you guys need to tell him, Ancon, you're overextended, back up, something like that. And that's about
Yeah.
it. I think that might have made the difference, because then he could have backed up and if off rip he could have backed up and played fire truck, and then you guys might have had a little bit of a better time trying to hold this. And that's it.
How could they push so easily though?
What?
I think like we gave them too much
Oh yeah, you
space.
did. We backed up way too early, way earlier than I would have liked to, than we would have liked to.
Is it not better to just play on the staircase, like on the high ground, and kite that way?
What I would like is, yeah, I'm fine, Prod, I'm fine with you trying to control that entire flank area that you're in right now.
Yeah.
That's fine by me. So Prod, you stay there and just exist. Ancon holding bottom taxi, great. Ota, if anything, just kind of holding up here, because you're gonna watch to see if anyone's coming from across the train for any reason. But then you could also you get a great POV of everything, especially Ancon. You could heal Prod if he's in a decent position, and then you also get a good LOS on Piku. Skirt, obviously, I'd honestly, for now, I'd probably prefer you playing a little bit more with Piku until the need to kite is there. But yeah, the two you play together, and then honestly, Piku can kind of rotate to where the fight is happening, whether that be playing up fire truck, playing this side of the fire truck, playing the stairwell. And just kind of playing where the fight is, playing the best position for the fight at hand. Does that kind of answer your question, Skirt? Ish?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
because now I feel like Pico has kind of also like Ota. Yeah, I don't like Ota's position here, like too far in the back,
Yeah.
unconscious alone there.
Yeah, I would have preferred it if he stayed up top. I know up here it's not bad, but it's very open. But you can stand up here if you want. I know some BAPs like to
Yeah,
stand up here.
I went there to help with Prot, but then just fell over.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Now we understand where we want to position, because maybe that was something that came into mind with Oda and with Pico. Because maybe did the two of you understand how to where to position on this map off rip, or not really? Or did you just kind of
I mean,
autopilot on this map?
on Soch, first point I'd mainly want to like position somewhere around the fire truck, like
Yeah, and that's fine. What about you, Oda?
Like I know approximately where I need to be, but like I don't really like the top of the stairs, because if they push hard, I mean, my only way to back up is in the train. I'm kind of fucked up, I think, if I'm on the train, so that's why
Yeah.
I play a little close to the edge to get back if needed.
Yeah, I understand. Because yeah, if they push stairs, then like obviously I didn't say up here, because if they push stairs, you're cooked. But if they push stairs and you're around here, you have a lot of time honestly to react. And this also gives you time if they're gonna full team rush up there, you can drop down. Just drop down and try to rotate out through fire truck, and then just honestly call skirt. Because remember, use Lucio for support. He's there to heal. He's there to speed you guys around and get you guys from place to place. If you need an exit, Just simply call skirt, back me out. Skirt, kite me, kite me, kite me. Or kite bap on taxis, something like that. So that he can then, he knows where he is, he knows where you are, he knows who he's going to, and he knows what he needs to do. And then skirt's there, he can back you up, and that's the same for any of you, not just Oda. If Piku you need help, Prod you need help, and then even Ancon if you need help, just make sure you make that call. Obviously we'd prefer skirt with people, certain people, but like if the need arises, like with this situation, then it arises, and then he's there, and make that call.
Also, like, if they don't push that high ground, we have so much more chance to win that fight.
Yeah,
Because we have the high
beautifully
ground
created
and
LOS.
you
Beautifully
can,
created
like, insane angles.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, we should just give this here and set up for next. Or not.
Objective lost.
In scrims, if we just kind of full lose a fight like that, I think it's better for us to just make the call, give it, and just go next, because it's a scrim again. So let's just move on and just set up for next instead of kind of fighting this a little bit of a kite fight, I guess, where we're not really at an advantage and now they're just gonna walk over us. But that works too. Nice.
Nah, I think that's kind of bad because we used both support ults.
Yeah, we were forced to use ults because we were caught backing, pretty much. Obviously, I would have preferred us if we were like positioned where we currently are initially, while we were waiting for them to, while they were capping point. I like that you recognize that you could have been an eye angle there, Prod, as well.
Yeah.
Pico, I think we probably could have just been up top the whole time. I don't think we need to be down here at all. Were we pressured out, or did we just?
Mm,
Oh no, we're just moving. Looks like. Yeah, we just dropped down. Just understand that movement discipline a little bit, and just like, yeah, you may want to be in the fight, but you don't always need to be fighting to be doing value, because you could hold a strong position and wait for them to move into your LOS, and now you're here while they're there instead of you being here while they're there. So just try to hold those strong positions.
I think like that fighting and that at that corner, is it not better just to hold high ground there? Always.
I think it's dependent on the comp, for one. With a ROM comp, I think it might be better to hold high, so I think we probably could have been all, or majority holding high with that. But with like something more close range, like a JQ comp, holding this corner would make sense. Or a Rhine comp, holding this corner would make sense. So yeah, I think if we wanted to hold high ground with the ROM comp, I understand why Ancon wanted to hold here, because he wanted to go big and just hold them with that hold them with that. But yeah, I think top with a ROM would be better, because then he could poke from a distance and then drop on with big. So, but if Ancon was here, that would be great, so I could tell him that, but you know, I'll just tell him later. I am recording as well, so he could also just rewatch.
This ends now.
Couple of ults.
Cybernetics regulated. The payload is approaching its destination.
Good fight. Bruh. Fucking course I did. Oh, 1 second. Hate this. Thank you for informing me.
Hey,
I did not notice.
it's okay.
I don't think I missed too much because I was informed this time. I don't even know what the fuck happened. happens. It just kind of shuts down for some reason. But I didn't miss anything, right? We're not. I didn't pause.
No,
too
no,
much.
no.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't really say anything the past minute, so. Prod, you look a little confused. Do you know where to position here or no?
Me?
Yeah.
I think I do, but if you can go over it, it'll probably help.
Where do you think you should be then?
Like on the left, so I can look at the tracer.
Yeah, just controlling this left side, the space.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it. You're right. Just kind of controlling this left side, poking here, giving info.
I think he does that. He does that.
Oh, if he rotates over, then great. That's on me.
Maybe I. Oh, never mind.
Maybe not. The rest of you, I'm
I
honestly
think-
fine with all you being up here.
I think I stayed here because I think we all knew they were just going to run on top, and I think the call was like, I think we were going to like BAP window or some shit.
And that's fine. But again, understanding, finding those off angles. If you're controlling this flank and we understand and we think that they're gonna run up top that side, be ready here. Be ready at this corner. Wait for your team to call. Okay, they're running up. They're running up. And then now just come across, and now you're on that flank. Now you're on that flank, or you find that tracer. Control that tracer. Don't let that tracer
Yeah.
get on that flank. Because maybe that tracer, maybe they're running up there, and then their tracer's gonna flank around where you're trying to control. Now you're in that tracer skirmish, and they're fighting that 4-on-4. Great. Instead of you guys getting surrounded because they have that tracer on that flank. So I think that would be a little bit better here. Just trying to control that flank no matter what, even understanding that they're that they might be 4-man pushing. And if they end up 5-man pushing, then you're ready and you're on that flank. And we're surrounding them instead of the other way around.
Yeah.
And the rest of you, 4 people being up top here is fine.
You could also maybe just play right side staircase and just shoot them in the back.
Here? Or like here?
Yeah, there, yeah.
Yeah, playing down here, that's an option too, yeah. This would be a little bit more discipline based. Just kind of waiting, and then you kind of base off Ancon's comms or someone else's comms or noise as to when you go in, because you want to make sure that they're all like looking this way, and so that like this Cass isn't here and then he sees you, and now you're fighting a Cass. You don't really want to end up in that situation. You want to get that element of surprise here. But yeah, this is also an option. So just kind of take your pick or read the situation as to which you think would be better, and over time you'll kind of decide what you need to do when. Good hold. Also very nice hold, Prodigy.
Thank you.
I'll go back and start this over. Let's see. So now we're on the re-engage. Ancon's back. Do we like all of our positioning? Like, Piku, you like your positioning?
Not
it-
really best on the map, but like if we're gonna re-engage and they're holding like the below the high ground, like there isn't really many angles I could take on that.
But that's also comes to the point where treat it as a choke. And this is the same for all you. Treat it as a choke, because it is just a choke. Wait for them to go past it and then contain them at the entrance of the choke. Using that ROM, like let them take the little bit of space, let them go like right behind cart, so that then you guys can get those angles, but then contain them from that point. Don't let them get any further than that. Like we can contain them down here, or we can contain them up here with everyone being in better positions. And I think that it's a little bit harder to do to contain when you give them a little bit more space and a little bit more room to breathe. But understanding in that's where it just comes down to where are we individually positioning ourselves and positioning as a team to kind of deny them from taking that space that they want. So like, yeah, we can give up this staircase a little bit because yeah, we may have someone up here, but they'll just be aware. Okay, they'll see this staircase. They'll be able to see if anyone comes up this staircase. What we don't want to give up is like we want to have people watching this angle. So like that could be you, Piku, or Ota, just kind of watching, making sure that they don't really push past this choke right here. So cutting off that angle is something that we want to do, and then cutting off the angle that Ancon's currently at, which Ancon's already doing, is something that we could do. Just kind of denying them the spaces that they need to take to push this cart forward is how we want to look to position here, and position for them to not position for them being in the choke, but positioning for them right outside of the choke. Yeah.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Okay. Ultimate popped. Do we? Actually, I kind of like our setup. Never mind. I'm not against it. This comes down to the factor again that I brought up a little earlier, is we don't always need to be in a fight. Holding a better position is better than like looking for kills constantly. Because again, unfortunately, I have to come at Piku, but we could be backward. We could be back up here this whole time, instead of in just waiting for them to try to push the cart, and now we have a great angle and a little bit of high ground with that, so denying some of them the ability to get up to you. And now that we have this stronger angle with limited threat, we also have overclock, and we also have window. This is a great window OC angle right here. You could control there a little bit, and then you could also control the main. So yeah, just understanding where you could be, Piku. The best option, or the best option that you could be, is something that we could look to work on a little bit. And the rest of you, do we kind of like where we are? Like, Ota, how about you? You like your spot? This corner?
A bit hard to heal Ancon, but yeah, I'm okay with that.
Prod, how about you?
Maybe a bit on the right.
I think I get one shotted out this doorway. Literally, if you press play. Look, press play, I get headshot, then
no.
Mayday in the face. Yeah, I didn't know he. I was looking for early pulse. I didn't know he knew us.
Ah, okay. If you were, yeah, this is unfortunate, I guess then. On skirt, what do you think? Like it?
I always like I see it like this. Like me as Sorge, most of the time I take the same angles, and I don't know. I just always play there. Just the best angle to poke from.
But as Lucio, I don't think as Lucio this is the best possible thing. Well, at least with Ancon being that far up, I don't think it is. If Ancon was maybe back playing this corner with Oda, I could understand. Yeah, this is maybe you're playing with the Sojourn, assuming people.
But I don't agree. Like how we play this.
Yeah.
As
I don't like.
I remember that I tell
Ancon.
Ancon that you need to back off a bit because I can see him well, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree. The overall positioning is not great from pretty much all of you. Like I'd honestly prefer Ancon playing this corner versus playing that corner. This corner is just a little bit too aggressive, and this one's a nice neutral spot. And then in that case, Ota, you'd just really be backed up to here or down to here.
Yeah.
like I play. Like I play at that corner, that lane, most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
At the staircase.
This would be fine if the rest of the team was not so far pushed up.
Like because like if they, for example, push, the Sojourn wants to take that angle, I can contest him.
Yeah.
On the high ground, like.
Yeah, and then you get free control. And then you're also able to support Piku from that point, and then also from this point, like I mentioned earlier, you're able to support Ancon if he needs it, Ota if he needs it. You're just you're in a great middle point of the team, so that you could help out where it is needed if there is someone that needs that little speed or healing boost, as well as if someone needs to be marked, like you mentioned. So yeah, playing that corner would be great, and then Ota you'd be either in this doorway or down there, Ancon at that corner, and then Piku just back up here. And then Prod, depending on where the cart is, if cart is here,
Yeah.
maybe trying to control this area a little bit more, like you were
Yeah.
off rip. Just kind of seeing what you can see, and more or less not always engaging into the fight or trying to engage into a fight, but just poking, trying to maybe like you don't need to go kill this Kiriko, but just run at her, one clip, and then just kind of be a nuisance. Just be a nuisance around
Yeah.
her. Make her not be able to do her job for like 2 seconds, and that'll help Prod. That'll help. That'll help Ancon. That'll help Piku. They'll be able to do their job even better. So yeah, that's about it.
This ends now.
Good pressure.
Can you replay that? Like how can they push so easily? What did they use?
This ends.
Okay.
Uh,
So right here.
yeah, a little bit back.
Got you.
Yeah, here.
Okay, so
Like,
Prod's initially dead, so it's a 5-on-4 off rip. So
yeah, that's true.
that's why they do get a lot of initial pressure, because you guys are just down in the first place. I like the window idea. I don't like the placement. I think instead, because remember Ota, we want to try to maximize our window's potential. Like yeah, we want to make sure that the team could use it, but the maximization of its potential would be something like pairing it with Piku, and Piku's ult. So trying to play around that, looking to combo our ults a little bit more could be something that we could do instead of just kind of throwing it out and trying to hope that our team could use it. I think looking to either combo ults or looking to just try to maximize its value and understand what that could be, what that entails. Could be something that we could look to work on a little bit. And I think Ota, honestly today, Ota, I want you to work on specifically individually your ult usage, if we're going to be playing BAP. So when we are on BAP, just look at the placement of it and then also why we did it. So like if I was able to pause mid scrim, I want to be able to ask you, why are we ulting here? And do we like the placement of the ult? Is really what I would like to be able to ask you, like if I was able to pause a scrim. So that's just kind of what I want you to focus on.
Okay.
Because yeah, this placement, I understand the idea, just the placement's atrocious, unfortunately. Yeah, because they just walk in front of it. I like the split though, Skirt. Very nice. If only we could gotten a little bit more value off it. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Just a second too early. I mean, too late. Bro, don't be afraid. Don't be scared to just walk forward. What I mean is, when you do respawn, just keep walking forward. We don't need to be like playing a little bit chicken back here. We could blink up to this corner, and then just either blink up to that corner or go in here. And now we're on a great angle for them. Just understanding the map and then how we could use that geometry or the map dynamics to our advantage is something that flanker really needs to understand. Because just poking here, like yeah, maybe we'll get them to look, but probably not, because we're a tracer shooting from this range at a Ramatra, or maybe we'll pull over their tracer. But we could also just go in here. Maybe tracer follows us. That's a fine case, and then we take a skirmish away from the main fight. Or if she doesn't, now we're on the Kiriko, now we're on the Cass or the Lucio, whichever is the best option at the time. Just kind of understanding that thing would help you a little bit. Piku, remember, just try not to stand in the open. Yeah. a lot of split play. We're not really with this last fight. It's just we're kind of just all doing our own thing instead of doing one thing together. And I could kind of let me see if I can explain that a little better before this match ends. So yeah, Ota, you're back here. Ancon on cart. The three of you kind of over here. So Prod, you're trying to take your 1Vs. PQ, you're trying to support though. I'm not sure if we are. I think it looks like we're trying to support. Yeah, we're trying to support with this tracer. When I don't think it's really necessarily your job to support with that tracer. While you do end up getting the pick, I think it would be better. Your time would be better spent more assisting Ancon than Prod here. And if Prod does need support, he could call for a support to support. Rather than the other DPS, where we lose out on that extra firepower and that extra damage, allowing them to kind of just cross here safely, as well as kill Ancon pretty much for free because Ancon doesn't have that necessary support. And then yeah, Prod, you're fine, I think. Ancon's the only one really trying to hold this, and Ota is just trying to heal as best he can. Skirt, we honestly just look like we're. Did I DC again? Fuck. Coming. Fuck. So bad.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure this out in between this and the scrim, or whatever this issue is.
Well, is your Discord just crashing or?
Yeah, I really have no idea. It's just shutting down, not even telling me. So, yeah. What did I say last to you guys?
We are at the end of the VOD, honestly, so.
Yeah, we're basically there. So if you guys just want to end it here, that works with me. Because all I was really saying at the end here is that we're not really playing together. Yeah, Piku, you're kind of like, yeah, you end up getting that pick on that tracer, great, but we also, because we end up looking at that tracer, we also give up so much space and end up allowing Ancon to get picked off without really having that, without them kind of freely giving them Ancon versus making them fight for it a little bit, because you don't have that Sojourn pressure that would be present, that should be present. And that's about all I really said there. And then Ota, we just want to make sure that we don't drop from high ground again. Yeah, and then, yeah, that's it. So if you guys want to just take 45 minutes now, just before the scrim, and do what you want.
Yeah, I think I will do that.
Yeah. So go figure yourselves out, and I'll see you back here in like 40
Yeah.
minutes-ish.
Yeah.
Is